What do you expect the Germans to deliver?
Yes, absolutely. We think it's actually a fiscal stimulus in disguise. The reason for that is there's a big reluctancy in Germany to spend beyond your means. And of course, Germans have been adhering quite vehemently to the schwarze Null / balanced budget policy. And as a result, now there's something that is more important psychologically for Germans than actually to adhere to the balanced budget, which is to protect the climate change. So we think that the measures announced, the package, which can be anything from between 12 to 40 billion, I even read 100 billion earlier today, is quite substantial. It's a substantial amount of money. And it's not just going to benefit climate change initiatives. We think it's going to trickle into the wider economy as well.
Interesting in terms of parts of the economy like transport, for example, and infrastructure, I believe, is what you think. So, Anna, what would be enough in terms of a package that's delivered? Because Angela Merkel's been criticised in the past when she was Environment Minister for not acting quickly enough on this. And of course, Germany now the EU's biggest CO2 emitter, the 6th biggest in the world. So in the details of the package, what would you like to see that you think would be satisfactory?
Well, I think that there are a lot of different things that Germany needs to address. Climate is one of them. And the reason I'm saying it's a bit of a disguise that it's under this climate umbrella is because Germany has a huge need to invest in its infrastructure, especially the railways. It has a huge need to invest into technology, into making its companies more competitive. And there has been a growing call by companies to ensure that the government starts to spend money to get the economy ongoing. So for me, really, what I'm looking for is that money that is going to climate change initiatives actually going to affect the wider business environment, and is it going to future-proof, if you will, Germany?
If we have, look, I've sampled a lot of the electric products from Volkswagen, BMW, and Daimler. One of the problems here is infrastructure. You can't really buy one of those vehicles if you want to actually travel large distances without freaking out about filling up. If we do get the support of the German government, is it a win-win for those companies?
Oh, absolutely, because one of the big focus is going to be on getting electric vehicles and much more subsidies for electric vehicles. So in a way, it's going to force these companies to also innovate more and invest more in alternative mobility in a way.
It's interesting. I read an opinion piece yesterday that said that Germans are going to have to reconcile their love for gas-guzzling SUVs with their desire to actually move forward on cutting CO2 emissions. In terms of flying as well, this is the other element to this, and where people are saying that Deutsche Lufthansa could win out if actually we do have prices raised on flights.
Yes, of course, because you would have the cheaper flights, the competitors, being undermined quite substantially. So Lufthansa could benefit from that. But quite frankly, the air issue and the flight issue, in my personal view, is one that is more emotional than rational. I think that that's something that voters will potentially want to hear, but I do not expect those changes to be really significant to affect the industry.